In this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to purify the whites. What we're aiming to do is just to take the yellowness out of them. Now if you are a regular to my video tutorials, we're going to use exactly the same technique that we use for cleaning teeth, whitening teeth, which is to remove the yellow out effectively. And we're going to do it via hue and saturation. So in the CS4 adjustment layers, we're aiming to go for this little icon here, hue and saturation. Click on that and then we've got the adjustments there. So we want to go to the master and down into yellows, and then from there we want to desaturate everything. And you can see by doing that, there's before and there's after. It takes the yellowness out of the eyes, makes them nice and white. The only thing is that also affects the skin, but it's actually not too bad. But there's still sort of pinkiness around the cheeks, so we need to put the yellowness, the warmth back into the skin effectively. Now, here's a little cool technique for you though. Obviously we've done these adjustments with the curves dialog box, and if you hold down Shift, Alt and Control, or Shift, Option, Command, and then click and drag the layer mask up on top of the hue and saturation layer mask, it will actually apply it, and it will say, do you want to replace the layer mask? Click yes. Now the trick here is, it does it in a standard mask. We're now going to have to inverse that. So this is where Command or Control I comes into it, and once we do that you can see the skin goes back to normal and the eyes are this beautiful pure white. Then we can go back into our curves, and from there we can increase the opacity. Because we've got this really nice white going on, we can actually exaggerate it a little bit more. And then if we zoom out, you can see dramatic difference on the eyes. And I'd say this is one of the best techniques ever for really cleaning up eyes, because it's one thing whitening them in terms of brightening them up, it's another thing to actually alter the colour values so you really do get a good white eye. And it's certainly on a beauty retouching level very, very good. So after we've done that, we're going to probably recolour the eyes as well, but let's just look at before and after. So there's the eyes before, totally unretouched, and there's the eyes after. Before, after, before, and after. And we might do some little tweaks further down the line just to slightly improve things later on, but that's looking pretty good just now. As I say, we can afford to exaggerate the whites even further. Then you've got before and then after. I'll probably actually tone that back down to around about 40%, don't want to overdo it. So that's the eyes basically dealt with from the point of view of the whites and things like that. Maybe looking a little bit exaggerated on that side, so I'll probably actually tone that down a little bit further. There we go. So there we have before and then after. And obviously if you just look away from the screen for a second or two and then refocus on it, the eyes look really, really natural. So happy with that. Next stage after that is recolouring the eyes.